please listen. This one technique can give you whatever you want and lead you to the space of not wanting anything. Enlightenment itself. Please listen. Mahadeva, Shiva, directly initiates this technique to Parvati. This one technique can give you health, wealth, happy relationships, whatever miracles you want in your life, and ultimately enlightenment itself. Please understand, I am not lying. I am not giving you false hope. I am not giving you too much of promises. I am stating the straight fact, straight truth to you. Mahadeva himself, Shiva himself, gives this technique to Parvati in Shivagama. Shivagama is a large literature. Techniques Mahadeva himself taught to Devi, Parvati. It is Mahadeva's words, but I also experienced it. So I also stand for this technique and the truth revealed in this technique. This is from Shivagama, the portion called Shivajnanopanishad, Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, 94th verse, 22nd technique. Mahadeva is beautifully describing. I'll explain this technique and then give you exact procedure, how to do it. Please listen carefully. Chittat yantaha kritir nasti mamantar bhavayet iti vigalpanam abhavena vigalpair uchito bhavet. It's direct Mahadeva's words. I'll read out the translation. Consciously feel within the mind stuff of past memories of incompletion with its activities as mind, intellect and ego are not existing in me. By contemplating this way in your inner space, disidentify from the past impressions and memories of incompletion. Put your active attention at the space of the past happening. Relive these imagined impressions and memories of incompletion. Then the mind stuff, having fully ceased from its present characteristics of forming thought patterns and cognitions, is complete. Thus you become complete and achieve the original space of complete completion. Now, I'll give you exact method. I've read out the original verse and translation just to tell you it is not my discovery. The technique is from the original Vedic tradition. I am only contributing the permutation combination, means how to do it. Only that is my contribution. But the original knowledge is from Vedic tradition. I'll give you an example of incompletion. For example, actually, this is one of the main example I use because I directly saw one person suffering with this problem. One person, when he was a kid, 7 or 8 year old, was walking in the beach with the father. He saw few fishermen fighting with each other. The fight ended in murder. One Fisherman got killed. One person was killed. Naturally, the kid ran away from the scene. When he met me, he was at least 40. He says, even now I can't go to beach. Even if I cross beach in the car, I'll have that same palpitation, fear, same engrams coming up. Understand this situation. When I narrated this situation, how many of you feel you also have like this some patterns? Raise your hand. That's all. Now listen. The situation, the incident which happened, the child is walking and he is seeing 3-4 fishermen, few of them fighting with each other. One got murdered. That situation, that is the root incident. When he saw that, the powerlessness he experienced, that fear he experienced, the child was not able to handle that situation. So naturally, he suppresses and runs away. Whatever was happening in him, the fear or powerlessness, even that feeling, maybe this will be done to me also. All that feeling, he just suppressed and ran away from the situation. Understand? Whenever powerlessness is suppressed, along with that suppression, all the emotions associated in that situation. Powerlessness means pain, suffering, fear, so many things. Guilt connected to it. That I am not able to do anything in this situation. So many things associated with it. All that also gets suppressed. And as long as that suppression exists, this pattern will continue. Whenever he goes to beach, he will go through the same moments, experience, which he suppressed first time. For example, the suppressed powerlessness acts like a ground, and the pattern is a tree. I'll try to draw a tree. I don't know whether it looks like a tree, but imagine it's a tree. The suppressed emotions, powerlessness, fear, anger, inability to help, guilt, resentment, whatever the child would have gone through at that situation at the age of 7, when the incident happened, all that suppression forms like a solid ground for this incompletion pattern, tree to stand. See, this is the suppressed emotions. Suppressed emotions and powerlessness. And this tree is the incompletion pattern. Every time it repeats itself. Whenever you go to the beach, the experience repeating itself, the fear repeating itself, that attack, panic attack happening, that is the incompletion patterns. Listen. Because of this ground, this tree is standing. If you relive that incident, listen here, later on you can pen down, please listen. If you relive that incident, not remember, there's a big difference between remembering and reliving. Remembering means, now that man, when I met him, he was 40. Being a 40-year-old person, and thinking what happened at the age of 7 is remembering. But forgetting you are 40, becoming that 7-year-old, that same intelligence, same space, same mood, same identity, even the idea about me, I, which you had at that same time. See, that person, to relive, has to become that 7-year-old identity. And if he relives, if you relive, the suppressed emotions, powerlessness will break, it will open up, it will leave your system. Automatically this incompletion pattern tree will not have place for its roots, it will fall off. Listen, this is the science of completion. All suppressed emotions, powerlessness, difficulties, guilt, resentment during the root incident keeps the incompletion pattern alive. If you relive that root incident, not remember. I am not asking you to remember. Remembering is superficial. Reliving means forgetting your present age, everything, dump it, go back to that age when that incident happened. Same mind, same energy, same consciousness, same intelligence, same identity. Become that, decide to become that. And start reliving the incident. Suddenly you will see all that pain, suffocation, you go through everything once more, but this time completely. You will allow that to leave your nervous system. You will allow that to melt down through your nervous system. You will allow that to cleanse your nervous system. With this cleansing, with this releasing, the panic attacks regularly you go through, incompletion pattern attack which you go through regularly will not be there. It will just collapse. The incompletion tree, incompletion patterns tree will just collapse because the ground is gone. The tree is not able to have the right ground. When the ground is taken away, naturally the tree collapses. This is the science of reliving. Please understand. Whenever I ask you to relive, don't judge that incident with your present knowledge. No. I am not asking you to reconcile. No. Completion is not reconciliation. It is not remembering. It is reliving. How many ever time you try to reconcile, you will never be able to forgive yourself, some people in your life for what has happened. So reconciling is not what I am asking you to do. Relive, not only you will forgive, you will forget them. I don't even ask you to forgive. Don't forgive. You will simply forget them. You will simply forget them. I tell you, when you are able to forget them, they will have their karma back. Understand? When you are able to forget them, they will have their karma back. I never forgave anybody. And I never cursed anybody. I just know how to forget. They are having their karma back. Understand? So be very clear. Incompletions create emotional knots. I tell you, If you are holding on to that hatred, grudge, fear, unable to forgive yourself and others, you are only going to suffer. It's like you drink poison and you expect your enemy to die. No, that's foolishness. I never get agitated. I just make them get agitated. I just agitate them and leave it. Forget, you will be living in your space. They will only be getting agitated. Whoever has attacked you or tortured you. So listen, completion is not reconciliation. Completion is not remembering. Completion is reliving. All of you are clear? Now, you have written so many of your fears and the incidents when the fears started. Pick up one by one the incident. Relive means forget your present age, identity, personality, drop everything. Go back to that same age and that same identity, that same mental setup. As much as you can remember that, become that. And try to relive that incident, how it happened, step by step. Slow motion flashback. Flashback in slow motion. Relive at least 5 times. Relive at least 5 times. You will see so much of suffocation, pain, resentment, guilt, anger, feeling tortured. Everything will open up. Everything will leave your system. The more and more this powerlessness leaves your system, more you will be blissful. More you will be complete. Of course, I am here. I'll also support you. I'll do my job, my jadoo. So don't worry. And I'll see to it you are complete. With Mahadeva's grace, as a living representative of his energy, I bless you all. Let you all achieve complete completion, complete Purnatva in your life. Let's start the process. One by one, pick up each incident, each incompletion. Relive 5 times and move to the next. Relive, relive and relieve. Pain, everything to melt down and complete. Relax. Slowly, very slowly, you can open your eyes. How many of you already feel the completion is working for you? You are feeling relieved with many of the stress and fears. Raise your hand. Good. Even if it doesn't click, catch in the first session, don't worry. In the next deeper process, you will catch it. It is one of the alpha to omega technique. From a beginner to the professional seeker, this is the best technique. If you are new to spirituality, or you are in spirituality for last 35 years, 50 years, this is the technique. So I'll lead you into the next processes in the next sessions. Let's gather for next session. Thank you. Be blissful.
Nityananda Dhyanapītam, Nityananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999 www.nityananda.org www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
Listen carefully. Whenever an incident happening in your life, the time and space are flowing on one another. Your inner space is the space, and time is just moving. But in your inner space, if there are some traffic jam, like an obstacle in the path, like what you expected from time, your life, what you want if it is not happening, what you don't want if it is happening, that projects out. And if I have to give you a precise example, a stone or a nail sticking out in the road. If there is a stone or the nail sticking out in the road, and your car goes on that, what happens? Tire gets punctured. Same way, what you want, the greed, what you don't want, that fear, if you carry that two in your inner space and approach the time, your life, the time gets punctured here and there. Those moments becomes karma that gets caught in your inner space. That is what is incompletion. Now, going back to that same time and same space, when you are reliving, they actually don't mind anymore, don't matter anymore in your life now. See, the tire which got punctured, at that time it delayed you going to the office. At that time it was a headache in your life. Now it is no more a pain. No, it doesn't matter anymore. So when you relive them, that same time will be relived with the space where there is no nail or a stone sticking out in the, like a fear and greed. A smooth flow of time and space is ensured. When there is a smooth flow of time and space, it is called completion. So the punctured time is made to run through your inner space again consciously. So naturally, the fear and greed do not impact the time again now. Those wounds melt down. Those wounds get healed. A smooth flow of time and space, when it is ensured that karma melts down, that incompletion melts down, you become free from the incompletion created. Please understand, it's one of the most basic question about incompletion. First time I am answering this question. This is the most basic science of why, how incompletions are built, and why it gets completed when the reliving happens. Your life is nothing but time flowing over the space. If you just keep your space with so much of love, visualize you are holding yourself with so much of love and expansion and bliss, and allowing the time to cross you. That is like it will be like just such a beautiful flow. It will be like a snow car driving. You will exactly feel life is flowing through you like that. snow car driving, and it is more and more exciting, enthusiastic. But whenever you stick your fear and greed into the time, you dent the time. The dented wheel cannot move fast. Removing the dents is completion. How many of you got the answer I gave? If you are a regular satsangi, you will catch it immediately. If you are watching our satsangs, you will catch it immediately. Otherwise, the words I have thrown are little, maybe going above your head. How many of you did not understand? Raise your hand. I'll repeat. If you did not understand, please raise your hand. I'll repeat. Listen. Listen, I'll repeat. I'll repeat. Listen. Visualize your inner space is the road. That nail or a thorn or a stone sticking out of the road is your fear or greed. Your car tire is time. If the time moves smoothly on the space, there is no incompletion. If it moves on the nail or the stone, then your tire becomes flat. You can't move further. So, always if you hold the inner space consciously, without fear and greed, you will never create incompletions. For it to be reality, go back to the incompletions created, where all you put your nail and the stone, relive. So, when the time moves into the space, please listen, you may go back to that same space, same time and relive. But it is happening now. Please understand, you may go back to past, but you are in present. Going back to the past while you are in present is completion. Going forward to the future while you are present is inspiration. What you are going to do, if you visualize, that becomes inspiration when you are in the present. What you have done, if you relive, it becomes completion when you are in the present. You see, when you consciously relive, whenever you become conscious, you will be in the present. And consciously relive, you will suddenly removing all the dents and cleaning up your whole past. The time is healed. Kalabhairava puja is done. Immediately Kalabhairava blesses you with completion. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyana Peetham, Nityananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today I will expand on a very important subject, karma and completions. Listen. Please come to the space of listening. Anything which is left inside you incomplete which is asking for your attention for completion, forcing you to go through that again and again, is karma. Listen. Anything which is left in you incomplete and expecting your attention or action to go through it again and again for its completion is karma. For example, listen. For example, anything you left incomplete, whether a food or a cup of tea or an alcohol or an action, anything which you left incomplete will naturally draw your attention to complete it. I'll give you this one example. Somebody goes to a Zen master saying, I am addicted to smoking. Master, help me to come out of it. Master says, take these cigarette packets. He was having it. Zen masters have all sorts of things. He gave few packs of cigarette and told that guy, smoke these cigarettes completely. Means when you pick them up, be aware. Feel the touch. When you put them in your mouth, feel the touch in the lips. Do not put your attention on something else. Attend to this cigarette as if this is the last cigarette you are going to smoke. After that you are going to die. Attend to it with that depth. After 2 days, the smoker, supposed to be the smoker, came to the master and said, Master, now I am not able to put the cigarette in my mouth. Not that I dropped the cigarette, cigarette dropped me. Understand? Anything when you do complete, the karma disappears. I am not saying go and do whatever you want completely. All I am trying to tell you is, anything you do completely, it drops you. Krishnamurti says beautifully, anything you go through completely leaves you complete. All you need to do in your life, anything you do out of completion, do it completely, so that leaves you in completion. Listen. The incompletions you create in this life is prarabdha karma. And the root pattern which goes on creating incompletions is agamya karma. Bio-memory which supports multiple root patterns is sanjita karma. Understand? Agamya karma means accumulated karmas. Prarabdha karma means brought karmas. Sanjita karma means gathered from the beginning of the time through all the births. Now I am redefining those principles. The incompletions you accumulate every day is prarabdha karma. Root pattern which goes on creating incompletions is agamya karma. Bio-memory which supports these root patterns is sanchita karma. Listen. ध्यान से सुनिए. Listen. Prarabdha, agamya, sanjita. Each day, if you complete without any incompletions, you will be left with no prarabdha karma. Person who is complete with the prarabdha karma, even though you are complete with the prarabdha karma, because the root is there, the pattern is there, which can go on be creating incompletions. The agamya is there. Listen, ध्यान से सुनिए. If you understand these 3 levels of karma, you will have a lot of clarity about life. How the completion is such a powerful process to get out of all incompletions. Get out of all karmas. All karmas are nothing but incompletions. People come and tell me, I have Naga dosha, Chava dosha, this dosha, that dosha. Naga dosha is nothing but incompletions about snake, fear of snake. All doshas are nothing but the incompletions you carry. If you find the root pattern from where the snake fear started in you and complete with that root pattern, you are free from Naga dosha. All doshas are nothing but your incompletions. Sometimes people ask me, can I have doshas based on my past life's incompletions also? Yes, you can have. How can I complete past life incompletions? When you find all the root patterns of this life and complete, you will see the past life patterns are getting released through your system, getting expressed through your system. When you complete these life root patterns, automatically past life root patterns will start getting expressed. When they are expressing, listen, when they are expressing, look into those past life patterns, find their root and complete. You will be relieved from the doshas, karmas, based on the past life incompletions also. No, I tell you. I can tell you very clearly, completion of the past life karmas is not something too big. It is not that difficult. It is very easy actually. Just needs little maturity, nothing else. Just needs little maturity. Decision. Maturity and decision. Will. That's all. Sometimes some of our patterns will be past life based. Please understand, especially when you have a maturity to take up sannyas, all your root patterns will be past life based, because when you even decide to take sannyas, all the root patterns of this life, you cross it just by will. Just by will you cross it. Even if you have the will, courage for decision of sannyas, all the present life, this life incompletions withers away on you. They will not have power over you. Now all the incompletions you carry is about past life. Especially after sannyas initiation, if you are carrying some incompletions, it is surely from past life. You need to look in and complete even those patterns. When you complete with those patterns, one nice thing, you will have a lot of past life memories coming up, erupting out. See, it is just the level of maturity. Many times, my disciples, some of my disciples are producers and directors. They bring the movies they made and request me, Swamiji, just see this and bless us one, Swamiji, or give your few words about this movie. I tell you, at least 100 of this kind of requests I have received. This movie is going to be released in 10 days. Swamiji, just see this and give us your compliment. I tell you, still I am not able to watch a single movie more than 10 minutes because I could not relate with the concept they are showing. All that romance they show, the school time romance, college time romance, workplace romance, I can't even understand. I just could not relate with any of them. I feel in planet Earth, still all this goes on. Sometimes it is so boring. What is there? Like a neck pain, that heroine will turn 3 times. And that hero. And then background music. Ton, ton, ton. I am not able to relate with the whole thing at all. Only one movie I was able to sit and watch completely. There is a movie called Tamil cinema, tearing all the cinemas to pieces. Means it's a comedy movie making fun of all Tamil cinema sentiments. Only that I was able to relate with. Because they are describing exactly the way I feel about the movies. Now, all heroes look for me as a comedians. All villains, I look at them as comedy villains. I thought maybe this Tamil movie only I am not able to relate. I tried even to see one or two Hollywood movies. That also same. I could not watch more than few minutes. Understand? It is the level in which only the entertainment also either entertains you or you get bored. The only thing my entertainment is all the leelas I did and I am doing. That's all. I only have few books of the 64 Shiva Leelas, this kind of books, some few cartoons. If you see those books, it's all cartoons done by amateured artists. Even my Gurukul kids will do better painting. That kind of cartoons. But when I open that book and see those cartoons, my eyes pour, my being melt. My whole being is moved. I'll tell my ashramites to scan that books and put it in the website. You can see. You can see each page will have the effect of that, as if the water drop has fallen. See, if the water drop falls on the paper, it'll have some ups and downs in that part. You will have many pages will have that, because when I see the tears of my ecstasy, but those drawings are all very amateured. It will be just a small scene of Shiva carrying that mud pot in the head, that Leela, as Shiva selling the wood. The painting will no way relate with the grace of Shiva. Even that could create so much of joy, ecstasy in me. And that's my entertainment. But these great movies which are spent, some of these movies which get presented to me are spending 100 crores, means billion rupee. But they are not able to entertain me even for 10 minutes. Now sometimes the level people are in, I tell you, which is a great suffering and incompletion for some people, for you, you will not even relate with it. 2 days before, there was a big discussion. It's a very funny discussion. My elder brother is getting married. Literally, my whole hometown is getting prepared for it. I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I don't know when the engagement. Tomorrow, I don't even know the date. And these fellows are running here, there, here, there. There was a great meeting of all the elders in the town. No, really. What for, to discuss how many plates of items you should give. One group is arguing we should give 21 plates for engagement. And one group 54. One group 58. One group 51. Lot of arguments, debate. Finally, they could not find the solution and the issue is brought to me. I asked only one question. Whatever number of plates you guys are going to give, the other side is from Malaysia. Are they going to carry the whole thing from here to Malaysia? This fellow said, no, they will not be able to carry, because it's all some banana, papaya, pineapple, some sweet fruit, some dry fruit. Are they going to carry everything in the flight? They said, no, they may not be able to carry. It is our prestige issue. I said, if it is a prestige, then come on, forget about all your numbers, give 108 plate. Finally, the whole issue is settled, as if it's a big relief. Then later on I asked, what is there in this, such a big issue, such a big meeting? Then I was given a report, no, Swamiji, to come to this decision, I heard some 20 people have given the input. No, for my son's marriage, I gave 21 plate. For your standard, you should give more than that. And the other one comes up and says, my daughter's wedding, I received 54 plate. What do you mean by giving only 21? Actually, end of the whole conversation, what happened, I had little bit of respect for some of the elders in the village. I lost everything. These foolish fellows, such a simple thing, they will have a meeting and discuss. Even for inner awakening, we don't hold meetings. Where so many hundreds of people are going to come and stay here for so many days and learn so many things. Finally, I asked, for engagement, what all you guys will do? Will it be a elaborate ritual? How many hours I should make myself available and all that? They said, no, Swamiji, we will write a letter that this engagement is happening and put the yellow turmeric powder in all the corner and exchange. That's all. Adapavigala. Idukada itana meeting votinga. For that only the whole village has gathered. And the meeting time is 5 times more than the engagement time. What an innovative ways to waste time. No, I could not relate with the whole thing. Then finally I thought, all right, let me not interfere with all this. And then one funny thing is, for the meeting about the engagement, they want my presence. I asked, what for you want my presence? No. Like this, if there is some problem where we are not able to come to the decision, you have to sort it out. I thought, oh God, still even marriage has not started. It's only engagement. No, I have seen in that local villages, people will sit and talk for 10-15 days about engagement. After the 2 months, they will talk for marriage. From where the banana tree has to come, from where the coconut leaves have to come, from where that betel nut branches have to come, from where the nadaswaram has to come. Many things, the level from which you relate changes when your will gets strengthened. When they called me, I said, it is not even both sides, the bride and bridegroom side are going to sit and discuss, so that if there is some conflict, I need to involve and settle it. It is only one side going to sit and discuss. For that, why will you guys have a conflict? No. Then finally, I had to send my mother to represent me. She has gone from all the way to there. It seems all the relatives have to agree about the saree color and border color. And 1 hour discussion specially for that. What color saree and what will be the border? No. Then finally the whole issue was brought to me. Swamiji, it seems my father's side, people are saying one color saree and one color border. And my mother's side, people are saying one color saree and one color border. And unfortunately, neither my father is alive, my mother is a sannyasini. So, my father's elder brother only is going to be representing my brother's side. So, their side, they are giving another one opinion. No, I was wondering, what all innovative ways people waste time. And do you know the funny thing? Neither the guy who is going to get married nor the girl who is going to wear the saree is consulted in this whole fun. In this whole fun, they too are immaterial. Actually, I am going to write a book about it. About this whole fun of Indian marriage system. Now, actually, you are going to get married, they are not consulted at all. The level your will grows, the level your consciousness expands, same level only things entertain you or engage you or enrich you. Bring completion in all the levels of karmas you carry, whether everyday incompletions you accumulate or the root patterns you carry or the bio-memory on which the root patterns are established. It is like one family decided to celebrate Mother's Day. They decided to go for a picnic. Early morning, 2 o'clock, mother got up. She cooked and prepared everything for the picnic. A small tent to feeding bottle for the last kid. Everything she prepared. All of them got into the van. But one seat was less in the van. So means one person has to be dropped. Nobody wants to get down, miss the trip. Finally, mother sacrificed and she got down. All of them went away to the trip. Only after reaching the picnic place, they realized it's a Mother's Day picnic, and they left the mother there in the house and came away. Now, that is the way exactly the Indian marriages happen. Other than the persons concerned, everybody else has all their involvement. Finally, when this saree issue was brought to me, and I was given a great brief, who said what. So for me to give a judgment, I just made only one statement. Call her who is going to wear and take her to the shop and let her choose. Over. They said, no. As per the tradition, we cannot take her. Oh God. Now, I have to ask Kalabhairava only. What to do about it? I don't know even whether Kalabhairava can answer this. Finally, I could not answer the problem. I could see in the whole situation, everyone is trying to relive incompletions of their marriages. No, I could see very clearly, everyone is trying to relive, complete the incompletions of their marriage. What they wanted to do in their marriage and they could not do, they are trying to relive now. The way, please understand, the incompletions you carry only comes as karma. The root patterns you carry only comes as karma. And bio-memory, which carries the root patterns, only comes as karma. essence of today's satsang is how the incompletions you carry about your day-to-day life are the root patterns, are the bio-memory on which the root patterns are established. Based on that, the levels you relate with the world, you feel entertained, engaged, enriched with the world, and these day-to-day incompletions and root patterns which creates incompletions and bio-memory which carries root patterns are only karmas in your life. All doshas, all karmas are only this. Get out of these root patterns, you will be out of karma. You will be out of all karmas. With this,
जीवन मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं.
Paramahamsa Nityananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ